You are well, and also hope that you are having a good day so far. So, good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 5 English lesson on possessive nouns. And before we start with our lesson on possessive nouns, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 5, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of possessive nouns. Possessive nouns. So possessive nouns is our chapter, right? All right. So our chapter is possessive nouns. Our subject is English language arts, grade 5. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on under the chapter of possessive nouns is to identify plurals, singular possessive, and plural possessives. And there's a difference between plural, singular possessive, and plural possessive, or more like there's a difference between just plural and plural possessive, right? And we're going to find out the difference between that. So a possessive noun, right? It shows who or what owns something. And when a noun is singular and an apostrophe and is, and we add an apostrophe and is to form the singular possessive nouns. So possessive nouns, it shows who or what owns something or has something. And when a noun is singular, right, we add an apostrophe and an is to form the singular possessive noun. And then also we have All right. So when it comes to possessive nouns, right? Remember we said it's something that belongs to someone or that someone owns, right? We're doing possessive nouns. So, for example, Matt, right? If we are talking about the gloves that belongs to Matt, and then we can say it is Matt's gloves. So we said that if the glove belongs to Matt, then if you want to show the possessive noun, then we can say it is Matt's glove, and we put the apostrophe there with the apostrophe and the S. And the same with the bird, right? If we have, say, for example, we want to make mention of the wings of the bird, right? And then we can show the possessive pronoun, right? Or the possessive noun, which is specifically of the bird. So we can say the bird's nest. So when a noun, right, is plural and it ends with S, then all we do is we just add an apostrophe to form that plural possessive noun. So when the plural ends with an S, so when a, let's go back. We said when a noun is plural, which means it is more than one, right? And it ends in an S. Like, for example, boys. We just add an apostrophe only, no S. We only add the apostrophe to form the plural possessive noun. And then if we look at there where we said we only add an apostrophe, right? For example, the boys. So now it's going to be a punishment type of thing, or more like it will show position, where we talk about the boys' camp, right? And you need an apostrophe, which means it's going to be the boys' with the apostrophe outside camp. All right. Even the same with the schools, right? It is plural, right? It refers to more than one school. So the school's private team. So there we have schools and the school's team. And when a noun is plural and does not end in S, right? So if it's just plural and it doesn't end in S, all we do is we add an apostrophe S to form the plural possessive noun. All right. And we said that when a noun is plural and does not end in an S, we just add an apostrophe and an S to form the plural possessive nouns. All right. So once again, if we have a just a plural noun and a plural possessive noun, then it is totally different, right? All right. Also, like we said, that when it comes to possessive nouns, remember possessive nouns, it shows something that you own, something that belongs to you, something that is yours, right? So if something belongs to you, then we need to basically add an apostrophe, right? And when a noun is plural and does not end in an X, we add an apostrophe and S to form the plural possessive noun. All right. So we said a possessive noun, it shows who or what owns something or has something. And when a noun is singular, we add an apostrophe and an S to form a singular possessive. So we said with possessive nouns, right? It shows ownership, right? Where you own something, right? You have something. Whether it belongs to you, it is you that owns it, right? And you're taking possession of it. All right, so now let's go to. So we said a possessive noun shows who or what owns something or has something. And when a noun is singular, we add an apostrophe and an S to form the singular possessive nouns, all right? And we are doing a tutorial lesson on a+students.ca. So let us go to a+students.ca And we're going to the lesson that says identify plurals, singular possessives, and drive to possessives. All right, so we must have said that a possessive noun shows who or what owns something or has something. So now we're going to look at the underlined word. What is the underlined word? It says the soldiers had a duty to defend the fort. We need to say if it's a plural noun, singular noun, possessive noun. So the soldiers had a duty to defend the fort. So look at the word. The soldiers had a duty to defend the fort. So the word soldiers, we need to say if that word soldier is either a plural noun, a singular noun, or a singular possessive or plural possessive. And if we look at the word soldier, right, then yes, we can say soldier is a plural noun. Doesn't show position of anything. It is basically just a word that refers to more than one soldier. So plural noun is correct. So well done. All right, so now it says, what is the word in bold? There's no bold, but what is the word in bold? The soldiers had a duty to defend the fort. Yep. Yep. So we said that the possessive nouns, we already identified the underlined words, and we said it is a plural noun. Now it says, what is the underlined word? The actor's lines were impossible for him to remember. The actor's line. Is that a plural noun, singular noun, or possessive noun? All right. So we said the actress's lines. Yes. So if we look at the actress's lines, then we will say this is a possessive. This is a possessive noun. And the reason why it's a possessive noun because of the apostrophe and the S. If there was no apostrophe and there was just an S, then it would have been just a plural form. So well done. Possessive noun is correct. All right. And then we said, what is the underlined word? There are some famous actors in that movie. There are some famous actors in that movie. Is that a plural noun? Plural possessive, singular possessive noun. All right. So if we look at the word actor or actors, right? And then that is a just a plural noun because it refers to more than one person. It does not show position at all. All right, so now let's go to our test. It says we need to, what is the underlined word? Our parents insisted that we never talk to strangers. So the word strangers, is strangers a plural noun or is strangers a plural possessive noun? So strangers, is that a plural noun or is it a plural possessive noun? The word strangers. All right, so if we look at the word strangers, right, then we will say it is a plural noun because it is not showing any form of position. It just shows that it is something that is more than, right? So who is, or what is the underlined word? The government has made many improvements to school. So the word improvements is the plural noun or singular possessive noun? Improvements. So improvements, is that a plural noun or a singular possessive noun? And if we look at the word improvements, it is a, yeah, it is a plural noun. So well done, plural is correct. The earthquake's effects were felt for miles. The earthquake's effects were felt for miles. So do we say that's a singular possessive noun or a plural noun? So the earthquake's effects were felt for miles. So this is a singular possessive noun. All right, so I'll explain it again, right? So let's just quickly go back and then we can come back to the test, right? So you have a possessive, you have a singular possessive noun and you have a plural possessive noun, right? So singular, of course, means it refers to one thing, right? Or one person. And then we have plural, right, which refers to more than one thing or person, right? But now possessive, right? If it's a singular possessive noun, right, and then it's something that you own or something that you have. Like for example, if like your phone, like your cell phone, right? If the cell phone belongs to you, and then we can say it's Jake's cell phone, right? So if your name is Jake, right? And then we say, or Jack, right? And then we say it is Jack's cell phone, right? Because the cell phone belongs to you, right? Because now it shows possession. It so shows that it belongs to you. It shows that you are owning something. If it refers to something that you own that is more than one, then we say that's a plural possessive, right? So plural possessive is when it is more than, it's almost like it is a, let me go into it. Let me make an example. Like over here, like a singular possessive, right? A singular possessive is like saying Matt. If the glove belongs to Matt, and then we say it is Matt's glove, and then we put the apostrophe and the S. So Matt, that's his name, but we add the apostrophe and the S to show that it is Matt's glove, right? That is singular because we're only referring to one person. If we're referring to more than one person, right, and then it means that that is a plural possessive, right, because plural means more than one. And then you can either say the children or you can say boys, girls, and so on. So if something belongs to, let's say, like here, the boys' camp, then we say, like, boys is already plural, right? So this is plural. But if we want to talk about the camp that the boys went on, then we say it is the boys', put the apostrophe there, it was their camp. If it is the boys' ball, right? Or if it's a children's ball, and then there we have children. Remember, children is already plural, right? Because it refers to more than one. But now, if we are referring to something that belongs to the children, like their ball, then we say it's the children's apostrophe ball, right? So now this is not just a plural noun, but this is a plural possessive noun, right? But if we don't want to show possession and we just want to show that it is a plural noun is, for example, just saying balls or boys or children, just referring to something that is more than or is two or more. But as soon as we put the apostrophe or the apostrophe and the S, then it means that it now becomes something that is almost like you're showing that you own something, or it shows that you have something, or you show that it belongs to you. Met is, if you just say met and then it's singular, right? So if you just say met, then it's singular. But if you say mets with the apostrophe and the S, then that is singular possessive. Then this is singular possessive, right? If we want to say it's a plural noun, and then we can just say that it is referring to more than something, like either two or more people, either two or more things, right? So like Matt's gloves. Matt's glove. This is a singular possessive noun. So that's a singular possessive noun, especially if you put that apostrophe and the S. It shows that either you own something, or you have something, or something belongs to you, right? It shows ownership. All right. Is that more clear now, or do you want me to make another example? All right, so let's go back to our test. All right, so we're going to start again with the test, right? So we left the test. Um, it says our parents insisted that we never talk to strangers. So if we look at this word strangers, right? Look at the word strangers. There's no apostrophe. Strangers refers to more than one person, right? So is that a plural noun or is the plural possessive noun? So our parents insisted that we never talk to strangers. So is it a plural noun, just referring to it being more than one person, or is the plural possessive noun? So basically, this one does not even have an apostrophe, which means that strangers is just a plural noun, hey, because it refers to more than one person or more than one thing, right? The government has made many improvements to schools. So the word improvements, yes, lovely. So it's a plural noun. Well done. The same with improvements. Is improvements plural noun or is it a singular possessive noun? Beautiful. So improvements is a plural noun. So well done. Well done. Okay, so here we have an apostrophe and an S, right? So which means that is this a singular possessive noun or a just a plural noun? The earthquake's effect were felt for miles. Is this a singular possessive noun or a plural noun? We have an apostrophe and an S over there. All right, so if we look at this one, right, it says the earthquakes effect were felt for miles, right? Which means that this is a singular possessive noun. Yes, well done. A singular possessive noun. So well done. That is correct. And then with the next one says these old newspapers. So these old newspapers should go to the recycling bin. So the word newspapers, is that a plural noun or a plural possessive noun? These old newspapers should go in the recycling bin. All right, so if we go to newspapers, then it is a plural noun. So well done, plural noun is correct. And then the anchor's weight kept the ship from floating away. The anchors, apostrophe and S. The anchors. Is it a plural noun or a singular possessive noun? Think of how many anchors a ship have, for example, right? Which is like one, maybe, depending on how big or small it is. And it has an apostrophe and an S. So is this a plural noun or a singular possessive noun? All right, so the anchor's weight kept the ship from floating away. And yes, this is a singular possessive noun. So well done, great job. All right, so Mrs. Hickman was grateful for the guests' good manners. The guests' good manners. Is this a singular possessive noun or is it a plural noun? So Mrs. Hickman was grateful for guests' good manners. Is it a singular possessive noun or a plural noun? And yes, we can say this is a singular possessive noun. So well done, guys. Well done. All right, almost done. We have enough paddles for everyone to kayak. So we have enough paddles for everyone to kayak. Is it a plural possessive noun or is it just a plural noun? The word paddles. So the word paddles, is it a plural possessive noun or is it just a plural noun? All right. So paddles, right? We have enough paddles. It refers to more than one. Then we can say it is a plural noun, right? So paddles, plural noun. Okay, let's do the last one. If it was a mystery when all the sheriff's badges disappeared, it was a mystery when all the sheriff's badges disappear. There we have an apostrophe. right? So is that a plural possessive noun or is that just a plural noun? So is that a plural noun or just a plural possessive noun? All right, so it was a mystery when all the sheriff's badges disappeared. All right, and yes, that is correct. The first option or a plural possessive noun is the correct one. So well done, everybody. Great job. All right, so that is now the end of our lesson on possessive nouns, right? We had to identify plurals, singular possessive, and plural possessives. Plurals is basically, it just refers to anything that is, like, let's say, that is two or more, right? So either two or more people, places, things, right? That it doesn't show position, it just shows more than, right? And then a singular possession, it shows something that you own, but it's like one thing or person owning something, right? And in a plural possession, it is two or more things that you possess, right? So it's either two or more people that possess something or two or more things that possess something, right? So that is now the end of our lesson on on possessive nouns. Thank you very much for joining the class. I really hope that you guys have a much more and a better understanding of what possessive nouns is. So that's it for the end. That's the end of that lesson. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Have a good weekend further. Goodbye.